Now coming to cerebral perfusion, you can selectively perfuse the brain to protect during deep hypothermic circulatory arrest. Here it can be done with cannulation of left common carotid artery, or it can be done of the cannulation of right common carotid artery when aortic cannulation approach involves cannulating the axillary or the innominate artery. Axillary cannulation facilitate the delivery of arterial blood from the extracorporeal circulation to the entire circulatory system. But with clamping of the proximal innominate artery, it selectively perfuses the right common carotid and the radial heart. The arterial blood pressure monitored in the right radial artery may be significantly higher than the pressure monitored in the left radial or femoral artery. Consequently, the right radial artery should not be used for controlling the perfusion during cooling and rewarming. That is very important. Here you can see a graft is used to cannulate the axillary artery. It perfuses the entire systemic circulation during cardiopulmonary bypass. Here you can see the systemic circulation receiving blood flow. But once you are going on a clamp, you have clamped the innominate artery. Now, the right common carotid gets selectively perfused as well as the axillary subclavian and the right radial gets perfused. All other system, the perfusion is reduced. That is very important. By clamping the right innominate, only right common carotid and the right axillary and the subclavian and the right radial gets the perfusion. Cold arterial blood from the extracorporeal circuit is delivered to maintain a cerebral blood pressure between 30 to 60 millimeter of mercury. The perfusion flow rates depends upon the site of arterial cannulation, whether you have cannulated the axillary artery or the carotid, right or left, depends upon the site of cannulation. Your perfusion flow rate can be altered. Direct cannulation of left common carotid requires low flow. Here you are putting the cannula directly into the left common carotid, so it requires low flow. But if you have cannulated axillary artery through which it has to supply the right common carotid into thoracic and right arm, it requires higher flow because you are cannulated outside and it has to supply the right common carotid. So it might require a high flow. Usually a flow rate of 150 to 1500 ml per minute have been reported in antegrade cerebral perfusion. Now coming to retrograde, where the SVC cannula perfuses the brain in a retrograde fashion through the right and left intrajugular vein. It is delivered through a snared cannula introduced into the right atrium and advanced into the superior vena cava. It is initiated after systemic perfusion is discontinued. Cold oxygenated blood from the extracorporeal circuit can be administered at a flow rate of 5 ml per kilogram per minute. For example, if it is a 60 kg person, it is going to be 300 ml per minute and it has to maintain a SVC pressure between 35 to 40 millimeter of mercury. Antegrade cerebral perfusion when used properly is far superior than retrograde